Looking for ways to save on your energy bills? AES Indiana has you covered. From smart thermostats to home energy assessments, we offer simple solutions to keep your home comfortable and your costs down. AES can help you save money and energy with kits, tips, rebates, and more. Visit aesindiana.com/ways to save to learn more about how we can help you save money. AES Indiana, helping you discover real ways to save.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is AC's Conversations. AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more. Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment. This is AC's Conversations with your host, News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, bro. Anthony Calhoun.
Here with our very own Kevin Bowen. And Kevin, 3 games left to play. Yeah. Got the win yesterday against the Tennessee Titans. They knew they had to get it done. What's the team feeling like right now? Does this team feel like they can kind of work their way into the postseason here?
Yeah, you got to do your part, and it's not always been a guarantee that they've done their part. So that was important. Step in the right direction. Obviously, I think you could point to maybe their best stretch of the season there yesterday. That second quarter into the third quarter as well. And now the question is, of course, can you build on it? And you got a scoreboard watch, and you still need help. But again, you got to do your part. Get back to winning. We'll see what happens these final 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I think you got to give a lot of credit, too, as far as this team overall, because a lot of teams can be like, look, this math doesn't sound like it's going to add up, but we're going to go and we're going to bring our A game. And as you mentioned, by far, maybe one of the best performances we've seen all season long. Yes, I know it's the Titans, but still, you got to go on the field, you still got to perform.
I thought it was a game that kind of teased us a little bit. And by that, I mean this. I thought all season long we would see this sort of rushing attack be an elite element to the Colts, and I don't think we've seen it. You look around the NFL this season. Look at Philadelphia with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. Look at Baltimore with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I thought these two right here, Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor, would provide that sort of, again, elite element to the Colts, and I don't feel like we've seen that. Now, certainly yesterday, a franchise record in rushing yards and these home runs you're watching Jonathan Taylor hit, you saw it. But, again, kind of a tease game for me, AC, of like this was supposed to be the blueprint really all season long.
And it makes you go back to the Denver game because the way they started that game, similar to the performance we saw yesterday there in that second quarter, third quarter against the Titans. But you see Jonathan Taylor here, just a remarkable day for him. Put in perspective just the greatness we're seeing and we're witnessing here from this player who hasn't even played more than 5 years.
Yeah, 218 yards, AC, the second highest total of his career. I honestly thought for a while there he might get to the NFL record. It's 296, but, early fourth quarter, it looked like he was on pace for that. It's the 2 big runs we just showed. I mean, there are a lot of great running backs in this league, but when you get a little bit of open field and you can get to the second and third gear like he can, he's able to turn, 8 into 80 and plays like that, and you just can't take that for granted. It's hard to grind out 12-play, 80-yard drives in this league. So, again, Jonathan Taylor's a special talent. To get back over 1,000 yards for the first time since 2021, really big for him.
Yeah, over 1,000 yards for him as well. And, he said it was a little redemption yesterday in their win against the Tennessee Titans. Okay, so you look at head coach Shane Steichen and what he's done with this football team here. We know there's been some good, there's been some bad at time. But he did have his team ready to go. Even after a slow start, they still responded and had a massive lead. And you and I were joking about this before we came on the air. I really wasn't concerned. I know it got within 8, but I felt like the Colts had control of that game. What does it say about Shane Steichen what he was able to do with his team yesterday?
Yeah, I thought it was easily the most committed he's been to the run game. You go back, that Anthony Richardson interception kind of late first quarter, they run it 12 straight plays after that. They ended up running it on 21 of 23 plays. So, again, there's been a lot of questions about Shane Steichen and the play calling and, how reliant are you trying to be on Anthony Richardson's right arm? He kind of said screw it yesterday. He just went heavy with the run, and obviously Richardson's a huge part of that. And I thought, and Shane said this earlier when I asked him, the best run blocking day of the season. The offensive line's got a lot of resources invested into it. I thought a very good day for that unit.
Okay, so coming up for the Colts now, they get set to go out to New York to take on the Giants, and then after that, they'll wrap up the season at home against the Jaguars. Now, you look at the AFC wildcard standings right now. The Colts find themselves in that 8th spot, trying to get to that 7th, or who knows? They could even go to the 6th seed, believe it or not, with these 2 games left to play. They need to be cheering for if you're Colts fans trying to get them in the postseason. You need Kansas City to win coming up on Christmas Day. And then you need The Chargers to lose this week and Denver to lose as well. Both play on Saturday. So the opportunity is still right there for the Colts.
Yeah, it is. And, again, you got to do your part.
Yeah.
But certainly on paper, that chance is there. The Chargers, if they lose their last two. Denver, if they lose their last two, you need a little bit of help. But, AC, boy, I just go back to a week ago Sunday in Denver.
Yeah.
What a golden opportunity. If you win that game, and, again, you're a foot away from up 20-7, you'd be in control right now.
That's right.
If you win these last two. So that stinging feeling, you need a lot of scoreboard watching here over the final 2 weeks.
I'll just say this, keep an eye on that Broncos, because Broncos are at Cincinnati, one of the hottest teams right now in the league, right? And they also finished the year at KC, who may have to win that game to have the overall #1 seed. And who would have thought this? If they don't have to win it, and they got backup Carson Wentz, who may help the Colts get into the postseason.
Sounds like a movie scene.
Oh, wow, that would be a story.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.